Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, welcome to your Saturday evening. Sun's just set here just a little moments ago. And I was, thought I'd make a video. Problem is, this happens every once in a while. Just not really much to talk about. I can't think of anything. It's not really anything going on in the news. So I just can't think of anything. Oh, there is this one thing. I guess I could go ahead and bring it up. Maybe it'll buy a little time. The United States has attacked Iran. Yes, it is official. Just a few hours ago, Donald Trump announced on Truth Social. I knew it would be that way. I said the other day, don't expect some, big speech or whatever from the Oval Office. It'll just be posted on social media. And sure enough, he did. B-2 bombers, and the Pentagon has confirmed, were used, flew over. Rumor is 6. I don't know that the number actually matters, but they flew over and they struck 3 nuclear sites in Iran. The United States and Israel are claiming that those sites have been destroyed. Iran isn't saying that. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what comes out of that. This is big deal though, folks. I've been warning about this since before the election and before the inauguration, that this was going to happen, that the United States was going to attack, that Donald Trump would eventually choose to attack Iran. Now, what's interesting is and the president's going to be speaking tonight at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock Central Time. So I don't know. By the time this video comes up, he may have already spoken. He keeps saying that now is the time for peace. Now is the time for peace. And I'm trying to be pretty non-biased here, but how can anyone be attacked, and you could make a good argument unprovoked, and then immediately turn around and okay, let's do peace? This is a big can of worms. And I think it's taking a big risk and a big chance that Trump's plan for peace through this way is going to work. And maybe the real plan isn't that it's peace. Maybe it is a big war. But we have definitely stirred up the hornet's nest. There's already reports that the military's Pentagon and officials have notified military personnel, especially in the region, to be on high alert of possible attacks, whether directly by Iran or through, different terrorist cells. I think that's also going to be something here in the United States. There had been warnings for several days that if the United States got involved, that Iran would unleash on the U.S. Both Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping, Russia and China, had been very emphatic about this was a red line, that the United States cannot attack these nuclear sites. They cannot do that. Pakistan had been saying the same thing and said that they would come to Iran's aid. And then things kind of changed, and Pakistan just recently nominated Donald Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. I wonder if they will rescind that nomination. We'll see. It's possible that the plan will work out and peace will happen. I just don't think it's likely. I mean, a lot of things are possible, folks, but I don't think it's likely. When Iran gets to the point that they feel that they are cornered and they don't have much to lose, that's a bad deal. And I don't know if they're there yet, but I gotta think they gotta start feeling close to that point. Who knows what we took out? I mean, I think that the reports are that we struck these nuclear sites are true, but there was reports just several days ago, unconfirmed, but reports that made sense, that Iran had moved most of its critical nuclear, materials and stuff to other secured locations, potentially not even in the country. Maybe that's what those big planes from China were. Maybe they were loading that stuff up. Who knows? So who knows if we even destroyed any of that stuff? I mean, I don't know. There's reports that afterwards Israel has done some major bombing runs in Iran, but they still have quite a bit of military capability. In fact, I just read this past week that Israel estimates that they have struck somewhere around 70 of Iran's anti-aircraft defense missile systems. That's not that many. Iran, the last I read, has somewhere around 13 or 1400 of them. So Iran still has some capabilities. I don't think they're quite out yet. We'll see. Maybe they just give up, because they know it's going to be like Saddam. I mean, look at Saddam, look at Gaddafi, all of these people. They give up, they're dead. So all those leadership, the supreme leader, they're all dead if they give up. They have to know that. There were reports this week that Europe and the United States, European countries and the United States, were already discussing the people that they want to choose to take over Iran. So we're going to place in a government just like we did in Syria, like we've done in all these other countries. And the question is China and Russia going to allow that? China especially gets a lot from Iran. Israel said today after this attack that they are pretty confident that Iran will attempt to close down the Strait of Hormuz. So, yeah, oil prices could skyrocket Monday morning. And so that's happening. Iran has been a pretty loyal ally of China and Russia. I guess the question is, will they be a loyal ally of Iran? And I'm not hoping that happens. I'm just pointing out that things are quite serious right now. And over the coming days, it is quite possible that we could see terrorist attacks, increased prices. We could see a little chaos, potentially small even. People could panic. People could panic buy. And you need to be ready. You need to be easily in a level 3 to a level 2 alert and readiness. Which is serious, right? That's serious. That means you're strapped at all times. You're ready at a moment's notice to bug out, bug in, bug under, whatever it is. It doesn't mean you're doing that, but you are revisiting all of your plans. You're testing all of your equipment. You're making sure everything's locked and loaded, freshly topped off and charged, ready to be used. And I would stay that way at least for a couple of weeks, you know, as we have, and maybe more, but minimum a couple of weeks. Because if you've seen and noticed anything, these retaliatory things don't happen immediately. You know, Russia is kind of just now, 2.5, almost 3 weeks later, retaliating against Ukraine's attack, big attack, drone attack on them. Iran and Israel both have at times taken days, if not a few weeks. So don't think that after a day or two, if nothing big has happened, then it's over. It's possible, but that's not necessarily the case. This is a big deal. If it's happened the way that we're being told, it's going to be an even bigger deal if Iran does not give in the way America is demanding, the way the president is demanding. So at this point, it's so fluid. I don't have a whole lot else to tell you, because a lot of the information I've seen online just in the last couple hours since this all came out has already been proven to be incorrect. There's been pictures and videos and information that have already been proven to be wrong. So again, this has just happened. That has been confirmed. The damage, who knows? All the other stuff, retaliations, everything else, who knows? It does look like that Iran is suffering through a massive cyber attack, GPS jamming and all that, most likely by the United States, before and after this attack. A lot of stuff is happening, but who knows all the details at this point. So don't panic, but yeah, step up a little bit. You need to step up your game. You know, if you're part of a mag or something, you probably all need to do a little check-in tonight. Everything's good to go. Everyone knows what's going on, and we're kind of on an alert status right now. Who knows? This is all a big orchestrated mess, so maybe the orchestrated mess is not for, you know, you and I to feel anything. A lot of people, though, are already saying World War III started today. The real one. The real World War III started today. Who knows? It doesn't hurt, though, to be ready. Because this is a pretty big deal. Big deal. And like I said, there's a lot of armchair quarterbacking going on right now online. People saying that there's no way that the United States weapons would have actually been able to penetrate what Iran said that they had, and where the depth and all that. Who knows? Who knows? But it does look like that it's a confirmed story that we did strike Iran. So it's finally happened. Get ready, folks. Get your houses in order and prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.